Alright, I wasn't sure if we were going to get to green-red Sarkhan. We are. Let's do it. Catch you later, Ozzy. Alright, last one of the day, chat. Stand up for the last one. Shake the rust off. Alright. Green-red Sarkhan, or aggro, whatever you want to call it. This deck has some parallels to the green-red Warriors deck we played a good bit last season. Notably, this deck is looking to leverage Sarkhan after curving off of Domri and Chandra, which is sweet. So, like, an absolute nuts draw is like Elf into Domri, into Chandra, into Sarkhan, plus crack for 8 with your other 2 Planeswalkers, which seems really sweet. We also have other flying top end here. We have some quality interaction. We have Growth Chamber Guardian and Gruul Spellbreaker is just quality threats. So, let's go ahead and dive on into some matches and see how it goes. This list got me to Mythic. Sweet, Corks. Yeah, I like the look of this one a lot. Like this one not only has green cards to interact with enchantments, but it also just has a very aggressive slant. Oh yeah, Domri gives more power too. Like Amash, you should, I need to update the stream decker. You should use the form on my website to confirm that I'm willing to play the deck or the idea that you want me to build around first. Because occasionally I do tell people, like, I don't think I can work with that. A lot of the times we can make something work, but always good to get a heads up. Give me a heads up first. Ty Dog, Golden Guns. Thank you for the 2-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. New sponsor. Yeah, new sponsor is the Dragon Claw. Actually, I haven't pulled it up in a little bit today. I pulled it up earlier. It's really it's a kind of neat specialty product. So it is a magnetic game board. And when you buy the board, it comes with 120 inserts that you put into your sleeves that hold the cards on here. It's designed for like playing card games outdoors or on an airplane or in a car where you'd be in otherwise kind of unstable territory. Kind of neat, works pretty well. Our hand is kind of bad against Esper. What's been the deck of the day so far? The Blue-Black Artifact Friends deck we played earlier today had some of the best games of Magic I played in a really long time in it. And then the Simic mid-range deck we played today was also pretty good. Those are, so on these longer days, usually I tag 2 favorites. Those will be my 2 favorites. Yeah, so these are just my normal, and I love products I can cross-shill. So these are just my BCW Elite Guard sleeves, and inside with every card is just a very small magnetic insert. Hey, Black Star Mac, well, welcome back. Thanks for the Prime support. Hope you're having a good one. Alright. Spells must be broken. They can Kaya's Wrath this next turn, which is sad. Yes, Mr. Photon. UG ramp. It's not really, I don't know if I want to call it a ramp deck in the final form. It's final form. Alright, I think I just go ahead and crack them for 7 here. Do I have shocks in this deck? I don't remember. But I definitely want to use this while the getting is good, so they can't like thought erasure it. I think I have lightning strikes. Are there shocks? There are no shocks, but there are 4 lightning strikes that are lethal now. Hey, Toasted Mino, thanks for the 6 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Oh, Esper Control. Died with 5 cards in hand and 5 untapped lands. Oh, Esper Control. Gorks. Question. Have you tried the new Nissa in this deck in the Vivien Reid slot? I think I want to bring these in to hedge Vivien. I think these are a little better than Cindervines. Just be aggressive on the play. Just be aggressive as possible with our threats. Contending decks for the Star City Games tournament this weekend. You didn't think you had enough creatures. No, the new Nissa, the one that makes 3/3 lands that trample every turn. I think all the decks that were good last season will still be good. Another thing you need to realize, and this feels weird because we've all been playing with the cards for a week, but in paper, the cards don't release until Friday, so it is often very difficult or expensive to get play sets of new cards, especially mythics and rares. So week 1 standard tournaments, there tends to be card availability issues which means especially when there's not a rotation, that people will often largely be playing decks that were already legal as opposed to paying through the nose to build super new things. I think Green Black Rock is one of the few interactive decks in Modern that is very reasonable. I think especially with the rise of the Phoenix decks, Rock's probably better than it's been in a long time. Yeah, so here's the thing that I think a lot of people are going to get caught up on. Nissa isn't a card just for ramping you. Nissa just making a stream of 3/3s is going to be really good in matchups like this one. So yeah, technically we could leverage the mana with Hellkite, but that's not why we'd be playing it. The deck has a great Esper matchup. Yeah, I'd believe that. Beat him down. This card is so good against control. Haze Text-proof, go. I wonder if I'm supposed to Domri there. If I Domri there, I could Sarkhan next turn. Although, with this curve, I can Domri next turn and attack for 6, which is sweet. And because next turn is the sweeper turn, I think I would rather attack with this than use this plus this to play Growth Chamber Guardian. And like, this is really sweet. If they untap and play Kaya's Wrath here, I go land plus Domri. Oh, I forgot to plus this. I go land plus Domri, play Sarkhan plus Sarkhan, hit them for 5 with Domri. So, like, they're kind of screwed no matter what they do here. They also just, like, took 3 turns and haven't played a spell. One of the things that's really awesome about this card in this matchup is that this is a card that's removal for Hostage Taker and Thief of Sanity without being a dedicated removal spell. Alright, make a 4/4. I'm like, alright, you're gonna kill my board next turn? I'm gonna plus this and attack you for 4 anyways. Because this is like a 4/4 dragon that doesn't get Kaya's Wrath. Green-red beats. Let's go. Gruul smash. Let's do it. Oh no! Not Kaya's Wrath. How will I ever win the game now? How will I ever win the game now? What's up? So they need like Kaya's Wrath into untapped land Despark here. Is like the exact combination of things they need. I guess they could have Cast Down into untapped land Vraska's Contempt. Oh, I guess they can mortify this, huh?
They are coming.
They are coming. Ah.
Impossible.
That feels really good. This card is an awesome addition to this archetype. How you doing over there, Esper Control? How does my Sarkhan make you feel? Does it make you feel things? It makes me feel things. This is like this deck like always really wanted one more threat that like gave the middle finger to Kaya's Wrath, and like this is it. So like having Phoenix and that be good against Kaya's Wrath is awesome. Shove coming in hot with some sub gifties. Welcome to our newest members of Hooglandia. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Enjoy the gift of speech. Shav, as always, if there is a deck in the queue you'd like to bump up, be sure to take a peek and let me know. I always love the people that support me to kind of dictate what we play and when we play it. Shadow Boy, thank you for the 3-month resubscription. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Yeah, it's kind of a unique take on Broodmate. Try the new Nissa if you want. Okay, I'll make a note to do that. So, last season, this deck had an okay Reclamation matchup because you have 4 Cindervines in the sideboard and you're pretty aggressive overall. Holy crap. Are we just gonna like turn 3 Hellkite this person? I think we're gonna like turn 3 Hellkite this person. Nudie, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday wherever you're at. Thanks for keeping me employed here. It's fine. If they take the Hellkite, I play and pump Growth Chamber Guardian. I agree, Fatima. Replacing game-winning ultimates with up-down utility and then a static effect is an awesome direction for Planeswalkers. And I really hope the Planeswalker designs that we've seen in this set continue moving forward. Sarkhan, Sarkhan, Sarkhan. Gosh, we're so unlucky. Just have a Rekindling Phoenix now instead of a Sarkhan. Hey, the worm. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Can I put those towards Esper / Dragon God Builder on? 10 out of 10 can do that. Thanks for the support. Yeah, that's true. Some of them do have pluses and then alts, and then others don't. You're right. It's just a good mix overall. Oh no! Not a time raffler.
Thank me later. That's more like it.
Oh, I wish you could see your face when I'm beating you.
Who are you?
Do-do-do-do-do-do. I don't even know if plussing there was correct. It might have been right to make a dragon there, but I really just wanted to punch them in the face with Domri. The Gruul thing to do there was punch them in the face with Domri. I have one collision. I'm not sure if it should be there or not. Not sure what else to do with the slot. Towards dealer's choice. We'll do Gorks. Sarkhan is really, really good. Alright, so I'm going to start by plussing this and casting Phoenix. And then if they counter this Phoenix, I get to plus my Sarkhan and crack them for 12. Now they didn't counter my Phoenix, so that means I'm going to make a dragon. They can't counter it! Woo! Listen, I've been live for 9.5 hours. Die, Esper. Listen, you all know how Esper makes you feel on the inside, okay? Don't you pretend at home like you have some kind of moral superiority and you're not enjoying this too. I've met you, Twitch chat. You're getting a little bit of pleasure out of this. 8 Arts Dragon, welcome. Thanks for the Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Okay. All right. I need to take a minute. Adarix, thank you for the tier 1 sub. You know what? I'm gonna message my buddy right now and tell him to make me a banner for this one. We're gonna add this one to the website. Sure. It sounds like not amazing, but it's fine. This deck is green-red Catharsis. This is such a perfect deck to be playing at the end of a long stream. Just like, this is my thing, smash you. This is my thing, smash you. This is my thing, smash you. I'm gonna lead on this, because I think the first thing I play here is pretty likely to die, and I'd rather this die than this die. I'm just going to keep playing those out. Notably, my opponent does not know I have the Rootbound Crag, so I'm not going to let them know that I have the second red, because they might make a percentage play hoping I miss the second red source here, and then we can punish them. Would you like to absorb my Llanowar Elves? Maybe I'm just supposed to pass there. It might be that I'm supposed to pass there. I could see passing being correct there. Okay.
I can no longer stand by and Keep up the pace.
Keep up the pace. All right, I want to bestow a very important lesson upon all of you. I don't care how close to dead your attack puts the Esper player. Kill the Teferi. If your attack is not literally lethal, guaranteed through the removal spell, kill the Teferi.
It's only a matter of time.
Man, this matchup almost feels fair when we don't draw a Planeswalker. Feels close, right? There's some back and forth here. Feels like my opponent has a chance. I go one step further. Sometimes if I even have a lethal attack, I kill the Teferi to make a statement. So, the reason why I played the Rekindling Phoenix here, as opposed to the Legion Warboss, is because my opponent's out to this board state is Akaya's Wrath, and Rekindling Phoenix survives Akaya's Wrath, whereas Legion Warboss gets swept away. Alrighty, that was, I'm not gonna lie. The play was sweet, but I feel like Magic Arena let me down with the lack of an animation. Did anybody else feel kind of let down by the lack of the animation there? I feel like there was a massacre that happened, but the immersion wasn't there. I feel like I wasn't immersed within the I didn't feel for the Kraul Harpooners. The emotion was not pulled out of me. Mike Golia, thank you for the 2-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. They died off screen. All right, we're on the play. Let's draw some Planeswalkers. I am 12-0 today with Memekin and Plat. That's awesome. Turn to Legion Warboss. Let's go. Let's go. Beep, 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 beep. Now I am unfortunately giving up turn 3 Viv, but turn 2 Warboss is too good to pass up. Oh, search for Azcanta. Yeah. Think you're gonna find Azcanta, opponent? Is Azcanta nice this time of year? Love tap, baby, love tap. Please don't cry me. Please don't cry me. Please don't cry me. Please don't cry me. And guess what? This swamp means they can't cast Absorb next turn. Oh no. Oh, just to mortify. Sweet memes are made of these. Who am I to disagree?
Sometimes restoration
Travel the
always
world and the seven seas. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Come to me.
All right. So, like, what are we supposed to play around here? So, playing a spell fails to play around Absorb. Not playing a spell fails to play around a removal spell. They almost certainly have a removal spell, right? So let's play the dragon. This could be like Vraska's Contempt. That's why they shocked. Okay, so they're going to 2. It might have been right to swing first there. I could see a world where it's right to swing first there. Now here's something to think about. So like, would that Vivien have been better or worse than a copy of Nissa there? Because I was thinking about trying new Nissa in her slot. Do I want to try Nissa in that slot? Nicol Bolas Avatar got added this afternoon. Let's try. This card was really impressive in the blue-green deck earlier today, and she's a very aggressive card too, right? Like she basically makes 3/3s every turn. Goose coming in hot with that brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Hope life is treating you well. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Okay, let's give it a try. This hand's a little bit slow, but I think it's a keep. I've got Lightning Strike. I'm on the draw. If we're really lucky, we'll draw Llanowar Elves on turn 1. Brick, 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 brick. Oh, yeah. Strike down the mono blue heathens. How are we boarding against other Gruul decks? I don't know. This is our first non-Esper matchup. Oh! Oh, my spells can't be countered. Oh, would you look at that, chat? My spells can't be countered. So, this says creature spells can't be countered. I think I'm actually gonna stick Chandra here to try and hit a land. Because she could be countered later. So, God, we're so good at this. We're so good at this.
Oh, look at you.
Oh, look at you. Oh, shoulda plus first. We could hit a land. Didn't hit a land. Never punished. Always lucky, etc., etc.
Were you doing something?
I'm sorry, were you doing something? He's this one. This one. Smush. Dropping off my subscription. Your YouTube videos got me through 20 plus hours of travel to Japan both ways. Glad you're back safe, Obi-Wan, and I appreciate the Prime support. Welcome back.
The street urchins hit harder.
Yeah, and like, Nissa's a little bit slow, or Vivien's a little bit slow for killing enchantments. We have like 4 Cindervines and 2 Brontodon, so we're like pretty good against enchantments over here.
Nothing disgusts me more than law and order.
Nothing disgusts me more than law and order. Couple of Harpooners, couple of Shivan Fires. We're gonna trim Chandra. I think I like all my flying beef at the top end. What do I want to trim here? Is it just Sarkhan out? Ian, thanks for the brand new Prime support. Hope life's treating you well. Thanks for keeping me around here. Yeah, maybe Sarkhan's the trim. It's probably Sarkhan, right? Think it's Sarkhan. One thing I don't know if I'm 100% sold on in this configuration is I'm not certain that Lightning Strike is better than playing Shock, just because of like curve considerations. Like if you look at our deck, Lightning Strike fits in better, our Shock fits in better. I also like that we can play Domri with all our mana, plus him, and then play Shock off as plus. So I could. I'm not sure I like the split of removal that we have. It seems like not amazing. And like this is definitely a matchup where like having these be shocks over lightning strikes is like night and day. Very, very important difference. Right, I'm going to stick this now because it starts generating double spell turns next turn. Yeah, MTG bot has some really rude timeout reasons. Now, there might be merit to like just double killing the Terramanders there, but I have so much removal in my hand that I kind of don't mind just burning through some of their counters on my removal spells. Wonder if we're gonna see a Tempest Shin come down here. Nothing, really. Right. Uncomfortable Chill. What a weird card for mono blue. We're winning the race, I guess. I think we're both just flooding here. Which favors the person with 2 removal spells, probably. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So lightning strike still kills this. Oh, look, there's a 6 right there. I don't have anything that costs more than 5 in my deck, so I'm just going to go ahead and go to my turn before I decide to use this or not. Alright, now we're probably in a little bit of trouble. It is a very nice addition, I agree. We won game 1 though, so, you know. Old Tricky Dick. Alright. Unless we draw and resolve a creature next turn, I'm going to go ahead and concede. Step 1. Wow. Alright. They have another Trickster. Wow. Okay. This card could single-handedly pick this game up and carry it on its back. Or not, you know. Or not. That explains what's been in their hand, though, right? It's been like, what could they possibly have been holding territory for a little while? And that sleep definitely explains it. Need a little bit more action there. I don't think that result there was really indicative of like any of our configuration suggestion or selections. It's had a little bit too much mana. Is this keepable? I don't think it is. I'm gonna try again. It says turn 3 dragon on the play. Let's do it. We get to elf lightning strike on 2, dragon on 3. Or because of Wild Growth Walker and Hostage Taker. Okay. I can see that. Big Red was really bad. Well, that play means this is resolving, which is probably lights out. Have you tried to bolt in the 75 Gorks? I could see. I'm not so like I kind of feel like our sideboard might have too many cards for beating up control. So I wouldn't mind trying like to bolt out like over the Nissas. Like obviously it's like worse than Nissa against control a little bit, but it would be more flexible in other places. Kind of get more sideboard slots, but kind of in a way. And like now we're at the point where even drawing a land is good because a land lets us double activate Hellkite.
Let's just fight.
Yeah, definitely, Gorks. I'm gonna open it up and think about some of the details here in a second. I love the core of what you have going on here, though, for sure. All right, well, that was a mistake. Oh, I guess it just stops us from killing that. This is still infinite away from popping off. Now I get to have this kill this.
We are the many.
This isn't a card advantage deck, Fatal Roundhouse Kick. Do you know what the best kind of card advantage is? The best card advantage you can get is killing your opponent while they have cards in their hand. That's the best card advantage in the world. Druid. So what do I want to look at here? I wonder too, Tibalt's been a card I've been like really impressed with. I wonder if there's a world where Tibalt's just better than Chandra, just because he pumps out tokens that are like synergistic with Domri too. I could see that being reasonable. Hey, Josh Poopy, thanks for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. This card's just like, Nissa is just like not particularly aggressive. What is Magic? Magic is a trading card game that can be played on digital on your computer, like what we're playing right now, as well as in paper. Hey, WAP, thanks for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I don't think I really want new Viv in this deck. I don't think that's something I'm really into. I think I want a few copies of Shock. I don't know that I'm sold on this Paradise Druid. Kraul Harpooner was a card that I was like always super reasonable to like have in my main deck. And like I get that like mono blues come down a little bit in popularity, but like this card just being like a 3/2 for 2 is just like reasonable in a lot of spots to make your deck a little bit more interactive by playing it. Something like this maybe. I kind of feel like I wouldn't mind another copy of Lava Coil in my sideboard for the other Gruul decks. Like having more Lava Coils in the Rekindling Phoenix mirror tends to be pretty important in my experience. Yeah, there's a lot of random Grixis decks playing like old Nicol Bolas and Thief of Sanity that this card's reasonable at killing those things too. On 24 lands, and we have 9 plus 8 is 7, so we have plenty for our double red cards. I think Spellbreaker is very reasonable in a deck like this that is a very aggressive slant. I'm not a fan of Gruul Spellbreaker in more mid-range decks, but this is definitely not a mid-range deck. Let's try something like this. The core is still the same, but just like massaging some of the details. Yeah, I cut the Paradise Druids. I kind of feel like we can curve out naturally in a lot of spots. And by like moving Kraul Harpooners into the main, I kind of gain sideboard slots by freeing those up. Look at that. Turn 2 Tibbers. I don't know that it's all that good here. It depends on what they're playing. But it's a thing we get to do.
The only thing to fear, I adore an audience.
Mardukier.
Daddy's the home!
Jacob. What's up, dudes?
Daddy, I got this for Mr. Children's birthday, Mr. Children's birthday. I get it! What, yours is
My friend is here to help your pain.
Oh, look at that. I kind of live these days for the red no pulsation, just like between Tibalt, like firm knowing the life gain, and like Narset just like no, you're not drawing any cards. Just it's kind of what I live for. Sounds good, Gorks. My children forgot to close the door. All right, so they showed me Cruel Celebrant, which probably means I want all this removal, huh? If you like that's what Cruel Celebrant means, this is probably not great. Lava for Lightning Strike. I think I just want all of these. I think I just, like, want all of these cards down here so I can, like, kill their stuff and then gum up the ground a little bit and then kill them in the air. Wonder if Domri's a trim because they're going to be going wider than we are. Although he's also a removal spell in situations, right? Someone had mentioned Spellbreaker earlier. Domri's also very good with Spellbreaker because Spellbreaker's hexproof on our turn, so they can't blow out our Domri activation with removal in response. Yeah, maybe I just don't want... Maybe Lightning Strike's the one that's got to go. I kind of like the rest of what I have going on. This is an excellent Hearthstone hand. Unfortunately, we're playing Magic, so we got to try again for some lands. It's reasonable. Someone had asked in chat about my thoughts on Thorn Lieutenant. I think that card's very reasonable. I don't know. I don't really have a lot of experience with Vintage Note Turn 1 Chalice, so I try not to give opinions on things that I'm not informed about. I think I want to just burn the Lightning Strike here because it's resource efficient. Of course, I could also, like, Domri plus Shivan Fire them next turn, but remember, even if you're not going to use the mana plus your Domri just to get loyalty on him.
My sword is your death knell.
My sword is your death knell. Sure. Unfortunate that we missed a land drop there. Actually, do I just like shock Sorin and then Shivan Fire Cruel Celebrate? Yeah, I think so. Oh, wrong order. I forgot this thing triggers on Planeswalkers too because it's a Planeswalker set. So they have one more life and I've taken one more damage than I needed to, obviously. Should have done that in the reverse. I'm going to see double removal take care of this Phoenix. Like, that's pretty okay with me because it makes all the other threats I can draw here better. No blocks.
Oh, what? Can't finish your job?
I love that Domri gives the eggs points of power. That's so good. Oh, and they can't bring this back because they hit my Planeswalker instead of me. Getcha.
Oh, I wish you could see your face when I'm beating you.
Strife makes monsters of us all.
Feel like we're pretty solidly ahead here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How the deck's been today? We've played a lot of Magic today, so we've hit a very good mix of good decks and bad decks. We're ending on a high note though. This is our last one of the day, and this deck's been quite excellent so far.
Reckoning will come one day.
Do-do, do-do-do. I'm feeling it, chat. This might be the one that pulls us up to the diamond 4 rank floor. I do love me rank floors. All right, I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick, and when I get back, we're gonna keep jamming this. How about we get this back in the queue, and if you can use all the bits I've donated towards, yeah, definitely, Gorks. This is definitely worth reading. Thanks everyone for hanging out through the end of the stream today, by the way. Been over 2,000 people for a good chunk of the afternoon, which is awesome. I appreciate it. Remember, if you're new and you kind of dig my stuff and you're hungry for new content in this current standard format, my website, magicesports.net or jeffhoagland.com, as well as my YouTube channel, have 30 plus hours of content in this new standard format now. Just a ton of great stuff up there. Because I'm physically attractive. You don't have to lie to me. It's okay. I'm married. I'm fat and happy. Wow, that's rude. Main deck duress. Who hurt you, opponent? Don't thought erasure me. Have a heart. Have a heart. Show us where Azcanta hurt you. I played my Rekindling Phoenix pre-combat here because if I move to combat and don't attack with this Elves, my opponent might decide to be cheeky and kill my Elf and then deny me my 4-mana spell post-combat. This card being a removal spell that's not dedicated removal is so good. It's just so unbelievably good. Like, God bless modal magic cards. In your opinion, do you think 4-color Vanasphere needs Paradise Druid or Chromatic Lantern? I would probably play some Paradise Druids. You can pot it away when it's not useful anymore. Are they about to bounce this and then take it from my hand? Wow, this is the rudest 2-for-1 I've ever experienced. All right, Sarkhan. Woo! Doggy! Easy game, easy life.
Nothing disgusts me more than law and order.
Nothing but professionalism here, chat. Remember, nothing but professionalism here. Oh, baby. You called? Sarkhan doesn't have haste, but Domri has haste. He makes all your planeswalkers dragons. 'Cause he's a chap. He's a pal. Oh, you know what? I want to keep Lightning Strike because they probably have Hostage Taker. They're probably a Hostage Taker deck. I guess I'll cut Kraul Harpooner. Maybe Dragon's less good. It just dies to Doomblade. I'm going to do this. Drag the curve down a little. Dapper Dan Man, thank you very much for the 4 months of Twitch Prime support. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. The key to building a 4-color mana base is you want to be base green for Vanasphere and then splash the other 3 colors. Deal. Thinking about a Samut. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that card's very good. I guess he gives Sarkhan haste. I feel like Samut is like playing a card that's not actually good to make your cards that are good better. So this Gruul Guildgate means I have some sequencing decisions here. I could go Guildgate tapped elf, or I could go mountain this dies, forest this, but then I can't play the Rekindling Phoenix on curve is the issue. Well, I'd rather play Samut because Samut gets bigger with Sarkhan. I think I want to do this in the tap lands here. Hey, what's going on, Troll? Get this down while they don't have a counter spell up. And then next turn, so they probably need to tap out to contempt this or something this turn. And then next turn I can play and activate this, generating some card advantage that way. On the other hand, dragons.
What know you of dragons?
Another part of me really wonders if maybe some 3-mana Sarkhan could be okay in this deck. It could help with occasionally flooding in the late game. And it's another cheap Planeswalker.
Might demands power.
Might demands power. So they're pretty high up there. But I've got like Sarkhan and Growth Chamber Guardian going here. How many shock lands do you recommend so your check lands come into play reliably? You usually don't want more than like, let's make up a number. You usually don't want more than like 10, than like 12 shock lands. So they get to draw a card here. Liliana's a big gal. She's a big gal. They should probably always have more shocks than anything else. Alright, wait, so if I do this... and I do this with haste. This is 4. This is 9. They block here. Liliana still dies. So that sounds great.
I summon you.
Alright, and now that Liliana's dead, because they chose not to chump block and draw a card, I'm going to go ahead and have Gruul Spellbreaker fight this, so that way they can't pressure my Planeswalkers with this token. To answer your question, Druul's every day, there aren't really hard and fast rules for what your mana bases are supposed to look like. The answer is, it depends based on what spells you're trying to cast and a variety of other things. Angel Havoc, thanks for the 15 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, I'm just going to keep smashing people like this. I'm going to think about this deck more later. Because Gork's added it back to the queue. I'm going to smash people 2 or 3 more times here, hopefully, and climb up into Diamond. Hopefully, we just like smash 2 more and climb our way into Diamond. Sorry, I'm good. Don't be sorry you're good. Thank you for the Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Sarkhan deserves to be on the deck box. Maybe. I don't think I can keep a hand that does nothing. Like, I do have, like, good cards. I'm missing double red, though. I'm going to mulligan because not only do I not have early plays, but I need to draw a red source specifically. If only this was untapped. I'm going to keep this. Let's get greedy. London mulligan when? London mulligans falling down, falling down, falling down. London mulligans falling down. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hey, thanks for the biddies, Drill. Whoa, that widget is having all sorts of issues. Let's get a quick restart here. It's been a long day. The widget's overworked. And if you're not familiar, Drools, I'd encourage you to check out this link, which tells you the approximate numbers for that you want for each of your colors. If they're mono blue, this Harpooner might be good enough. Looks like we're playing against Reclamation. Okay, so our hand is obviously slow and clunky because we're missing our second land, but this is a matchup that I'm interested in playing. Probably dead here, believe it or not, in the game where we drew more Sarkhans than lands. Is it crazy to cut Rekindling Phoenix here? Thanks for the sub gift, Corks. They really don't gain life, huh? So Tibalt's probably not useful. Although Tibalt makes Sarkhan good and he makes good and he just like does damage. That's probably fine. I wonder if Phoenix is worse than Nissa. Nah, that's probably not true. I wonder if a little bit of reach is better than Phoenix. Just like a couple of lightning strikes. These kill oozes that they're probably going to bring in post board, and it can kill people out, kill them outside of combat, which is appealing. Yeah, that's a good observation, Rook Jackson. The way you sideboard is interesting. You bring in your best stuff and then cut whatever's the weakest. You should... The people that get paralyzed while sideboarding when they're new, the best advice I can always give you, especially in Paper Magic, is shuffle your entire sideboard into your deck and think about it as 75 cards, cutting the 15 that don't make sense for the matchup, or are the worst in the matchup. I mean, this hand's not amazing in this matchup, but I'm not here to mulligan turn 1 elf. It's probably turn 1 elf, attack for 1 Growth Chamber Guardian, Far Growth Chamber attack, go from there. We got you, Rook. Now, I don't think Ugin's very good. The earlier iterations of the deck had Vivien initially in the sideboard. If we wanted an expensive Planeswalker way to kill enchantments, I think that's it. But I think that's even kind of unnecessary. Hey, Negative. Thanks for the 3/4 of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. There might have been merit to leading on Tibalt here. And then, like, if they let him resolve, just make a token and attack and don't play the Growth Chamber Guardian. Yeah, I definitely cared more about the Growth Chamber Guardian than Tibalt there. So yeah, I think I led on the wrong thing. Although, I do have 7 power in play here, which means this Lightning Strike is lethal if they don't fog. I think Ugin is a very good card in the format. I think Ugin is definitely a card that's worth playing. I just don't think it's good in this deck. So, I could play this with haste, but I'd actually, like, this puts lethal into play from just creatures, and I'd actually prefer they don't fog this attack so I can kill them with this. Blink. It is worse against Blink, though. Sure, they do often have the fog, but that attack wasn't lethal, so I was hoping they wouldn't burn the fog, and then they'd, like, go to 3 and I could lightning strike them in response to Light Chemister's Insight. There's a good chance we don't get another turn here. And again, like, I kept a hand that was just kind of okay. It didn't have Legion Warboss or enchantment removal in it, so we might die here because we weren't quite fast enough. Not going to have lethal until a little bit longer. Oh, yeah. Nexus me, daddy. Nexus me. Fog. We need somebody. Fog. Not just anybody. Fog. Do 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 do. Fog me. Fog me. Fog me. Do 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 do. Yeah, based on my experience playing these green-red decks last season, this matchup tends to be okay, but, you know, sometimes you, like, have a hand the first game where you never hit a second land, and that's just magic. What's going on, dude? What's going on?
I want you to play the game.
You want me to play the game? So they're playing the second search to flip the other one, guaranteed. What do you think? Does this card look kind of like you? Does that one look like you? You think so? I think it might. I think there's a non-zero chance that that card is like Declan adjacent. Alright, so if they take an extra turn with Nexus or Azcanta flipped, I'm going to concede because what we did here.
You know, Jason's is
You know what? You know what I wonder? This deck, the opponent's deck, would be far less offensive if they, like, why didn't they give Tibalt Skullcrack text? Why doesn't Tibalt say you can't prevent damage? Like, could you imagine how different things, like, there would be a very easy direct thing that preyed upon Nexus in a not close manner? It's like, just that slight last little extra bit of text on there. Not having a meaningful way to interact with their fog effects feels real bad. Oh, tapped lands. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Basic mountain. Oh no. Why? Why is Tibalt with Skullcrack text a bit much? Don't just tell me I'm wrong. Use your voice. Explain yourself. What is it? What is it good against? It's good against exactly the fog effect. Yeah, you cannot take extra turns. They had so many opportunities to, like, print meaningful cards to let people interact with the Nexus deck better, and they just didn't. All right. What do you want to watch? You want to watch Super Wings? You want to pick something?
Yeah.
All right, hold on one second, dude. You got a big booty, let's bring him in. Alright, we're back. Sorry. Normally I don't run this late. I was toggling Netflix on for Declan. I think I'm just going to Shivan Fire this. And again, even though Shivan Fire is an instant there, I did it on my turn, so that way my opponent couldn't get a Wizard Lightning for a discount with this wizard. Gruul Spellbreaker is actually one of our better threats in this matchup, just because it's gonna be a 4/4. That's unfortunate. Probably dead here. Oh, this is where the magic happens. Ugh. If we lose this, we end up like 5-2. That's not terrible on the day. And had some bad beats there. Had hands where we mulliganed and then didn't find lands, or kept a hand and then didn't find lands. Yeah, even with just a third land, like the Gruul Spellbreakers would have been able to find us time for a little bit. So this is definitely something we're going to play again in the future. Questions I feel like I have for myself that I want to figure out for this deck is like, what's the right mix of removal and additional 2-drop down here? Like, we had Paradise Druid before. I could see that being okay as extra ramp. Like, is Tibalt the right extra Planeswalker? Is the Chandra, we started with the right extra Planeswalker? Could Nissa even be an okay extra Planeswalker in the main deck? I think I want the extra Planeswalkers to cost less than 5 mana, though, so that way we can curve other Planeswalker into Sarkhan somewhat often, so that way the turn Sarkhan comes down, he basically makes a 4/4 and attacks out of the other Planeswalker. I think that seems like a pretty good line a lot of the time. At any rate, I've been live for almost 10.5 hours, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a day here. I'll be back tomorrow. Remember, I start a little bit late on Fridays, so I'll be live about 10:30, 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. And remember, if you want more content from me, get over to my website and my YouTube channel to check those out. If you want someone else still streaming on Twitch, I'm going to go ahead and give a host here in just a moment.